Booker said last week at the concert, and everything that you have done as you've led this, but it's really today is about the accomplishments of the 77th Army Band, and I know you'll talk about that later, but really we're going to recognize Chief with his end of tour award, which is made even more significant because you signed in here in December of 2018, correct?
Yes, sir.
I mean, 2018, Staff Sergeant Promotable Johnston signed in to the 77th Army Band. And the summer of 2019, promoted to Sergeant First Class. The summer of 21, went to Warrant Officer Candidate School. And then came back here to be the 77th Army Band Commander. What's significant in a lot of that summer, he was the only bandmaster that was hired by the United States Army. So he was hired to come here and be the commander of the 77th Army Band, and that says something. So I don't even know, that's 5.5, 6 years that you've been in the 77th Army Band. And so we're going to recognize him today for a long period of service to the Lawton Fort Sill community and what he's done in leading for the last 2.5-ish years here as the band commander. So if you could, we'll go ahead and we'll present the award. If we can, publish the orders.
Attention to orders. Mandatory Service Medal is awarded to Chief Warrant Officer 2 Martin Johnston for exceptional military service while assigned as the commander of the 77th Army Band. Chief Johnston's professionalism and dedication to duty directly led to success accomplishment of the unit's mission. His actions are keeping the finest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon him, the 77th Army Band, 434 Field Artillery Brigade, Fire Centers of Excellence, and the United States Army. From 5 January 2022 to 31st March 2024. Signed 23 February 2024, Winston P. Brooks, Major General Commanding.
You can sit down and you can stay seated for this next part, but we're also, so this is an important day because we're going to recognize Chief Johnston with the Order of St. Barbara. And so for his long and faithful service here to the Lawton Fort Sill community and being the leader that he was, we couldn't miss an opportunity to do this. So for those that don't know, St. Barbara is the patron saint of the artillery, both the field artillery and the air defense artillery. And so we recognize leaders that have demonstrated competence and excellence with the St. Barbara's Award. So I can't think of anybody that's probably more deserving than CW2 Martin Johnston today. So we're going to go ahead and present that. So we'll publish the order.
To all field artillerymen, wherever ye may be, greetings. Know ye that there appeared before a most arduous and selective committee composed of highly esteemed and proven field artillerymen, a likely candidate for the Honorable Order of St. Barbara. Be it remembered that the hereinafter mentioned individual has been inspected and passed on by ourselves and our loyal staff, and be it known by all ye field artillerymen who may be honored by this individual's presence that Chief Warrant Officer 2 Martin R. Johnston, having been tried and found worthy to be numbered as one of our trusty members, has been gathered to our fold and duly initiated into the solemn mysteries of this traditional brotherhood of stone hurlers, archers, catapulters, rocketeers, and gunners. Be it further understood that we hereby confer upon this individual the Shield of St. Barbara, emblazoned above, and enjoin all field artillerymen henceforth to show due honor and respect wherever this individual may enter their midst. Given under this hand, this 14th day of March, 2024, signed, John M. Bearfield, Colonel, F.A., Chief of Staff.
wait, there's more. I'm going to step away.
Yep.
My name is Clifford Takawana, and I serve as the treasurer for the KCA Veteran Organization. That's the Kiowa, Comanche, and Apache Veteran Organization. We're so proud to be here and to be a part of this recognition. Now, we would have had a number of us with us, but our group is in Washington, D.C., where the president is signing a charter for Native American veterans. So Chris is up there, and we're here. So we're proud to be here. This is my wife Cheryl. She's a member of the auxiliary. I serve as treasurer and also am a Vietnam vet and a member of the Navy. So, but I'm so glad to be here because Chief Johnston and the band has been with us ever since our organization started. In 2019, when we were raising funds, and I know you can't help raising funds, but you were there representing the Army, and we were so successful. That happened, and our group was there at that dedication. But you were also there when we had this powwow, is what we call it, out at the creek. And you were they were so happy that you were there and represented. We were at Apache for the Veterans Day powwow, Veterans Day parade, I think 2 times. And then when we were there at the Armed Forces Day powwow for our veterans at the Lawton Control Center. So we're just so happy to be a part of this, and what little appreciation that we would like to do. The certificate of appreciation to Chief Warrant Officer Martin Johnston, U.S. Army, for dedicated service, Commander of the 77th Army Band, the Kiowa, Comanche, and Apache Veterans Organization, Chief Commander Hills first, and myself. So thank you.
All right, so I'm the last one before we start this ceremony. So, Chief Johnston, First Sergeant Foxworthy, the entire band, you absolutely knock it out of the park every single day, and I don't think we recognized all of you enough for the amount, the impact that you have on the community, and quite frankly, Oklahoma, like a 5-state area that you cover and make an impact in areas where people don't see this uniform very often. And you're, quite frankly, sometimes the only soldiers, or maybe the first soldier that those people have seen in a really long time or have ever seen. And we in the CPG, the Public Affairs Office, we get to go and cover the band a lot. And what we're going to present to you is a photo. Monica, is this your photo?
I think it is.
All right. So Monica Wood, ladies and gentlemen, right there, a professional photographer in the Public Affairs Office. We like to joke that the half section, it's Monica's half section, but this, we believe this is her photo that we put through some of our graphic artists within the Public Affairs Division. And it's just a small token of appreciation from Public Affairs Transplant Group to you for all of the amazing work that you have done to just spread the message of the Army to the community and beyond. Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, very good.
All right. I think we're good.
Lord, yours, if you want to say anything for something.
I've got a speech that I'm going to struggle through. I don't know what else to say. This is amazing and unexpected. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 2 minutes.
Can I have some? She gets some? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin momentarily. Please silence all electronic devices or set to silent mode. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 77th Army Band Relinquishment of Command Ceremony. Chief Warrant Officer 2 Martin R. Johnston will relinquish command of the 77th Army Band, the pride of Fort Sill. Colonel Mike Bearfield, the Chief of Staff of the United States Army Fire Center of Excellence and Fort Sill, is present to officiate today's ceremony. At this time, we would like to welcome our distinguished guests. Joining us this morning are Colonel Bearfield, Chief of Staff, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence and Fort Sill, and his wife, Carrie. Command Sergeant Major Neil Sartain, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence and Fort Sill. From ancient times, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victories over enemies, honor comrades in arms, and celebrate special occasions as we are doing today. These ceremonies have added color and pageantry to military life while preserving tradition and stimulating esprit de corps. The Continental Army established the foundation by which our present-day ceremonies are performed, and today's ceremony is an enactment of an Army tradition that is over 200 years old. It reaffirms the concept that the Army is perpetuated on time-honored values and traditions. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation presented by Chaplain Jurgen and remain standing for the playing of the National Anthem.
I'd like you to pray with me. Heavenly Father, today we remember to you Chief Warrant Officer 2 Martin Johnston. His time as commander of the 77th Band is ending, and he will be moving on to new places in which you've called him to serve. Thank you for his devotion and dedication to those who were under his care. The band's ability to meet the numerous missions, as well as Mr. Johnston's care for those he commanded, was an example for all, but also a tremendous job well done. I now ask that as he and his family depart, you would bless him and keep them safe in their transition. Please bless now the Fire Center of Excellence, the 77th Army Band, and all those who are on Fort Sill this day. We pray this in your name. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, First Sergeant Foxworthy is presenting gifts to Mrs. Justine Johnston, Aiden, Noah, and Scarlett in appreciation for their selfless service and support to the Fire Center of Excellence and the Lawton Fort Sill community. Providing music for today's ceremony is the 77th Army Band, the pride of Fort Sill. At this time, Colonel Bearfield will now join Chief Warrant Officer 2 Johnston for the relinquishment of command. First Sergeant Foxworthy will now assist in the relinquishment of command. The passing of the organizational colors symbolizes the relinquishment of command and authority from the outgoing commander. Chief Warrant Officer 2 Johnston, having served faithfully and with distinction, you are hereby relieved of your command of the 77th Army Band, effective 14 March 2024. You have executed the duties of your office with dignity, dedication, and devotion to the Fire Center of Excellence and Fort Sill. Your leadership to the non-commissioned officers, soldiers, and families of the 77th Army Band have been of the highest quality. First Sergeant Foxworthy is now passing the colors to Chief Warrant Officer 2 Johnston in his final deference of his authority and leadership. Chief Warrant Officer 2 Johnston is now passing the colors to Colonel Bearfield, signifying the relinquishment of his command and gratitude for the opportunity to care for the soldiers and families of the 77th Army Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of Staff of the Fire Center of Excellence and Fort Sill, Colonel Bearfield.
Yeah. You may have to go a little bit higher, Martin, when you get up here. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, members of the 77th Army Band, families and friends, thank you for taking time to be here with us today. First, it seems odd not to be able to say to the band, thank you for adding a special touch of class and dignity to the ceremony, but I think it's only fitting that this ceremony is about you, and so you should be out there in the seats and enjoying this ceremony. And while you're not on the field, that is exactly the reason we're here today. It is because of the 943 missions that have been conducted to an extremely high standard under CW2 Johnston's leadership. So while the day we gather to bid farewell to Martin Johnston, we're also here today to recognize the outstanding professionalism and dedication of this group of dedicated and competent Army musicians. I just want to highlight that Martin told me I could speak for 30 minutes. Sergeant Major, I acknowledge that you said I only had 5. I should be somewhere in the middle, and the good news is Martin said he only had 25 minutes of material. So in all seriousness today, we gather to recognize the leadership, innovation, and professionalism of Chief Warrant Officer 2 Martin Johnston. Those 3 words are embodied in all the extraordinary accomplishments of the 77th Army Band over the past 2 years. CW2 Johnston's leadership has not only propelled the band to new musical heights, but has also imprinted them into the fabric of our community through your extensive outreach and recruiting efforts. Another testament to his leadership is the fact that just 2 years ago, there was discussion that we would lose the 77th Army Band. Martin's calm and poised leadership enabled the 77th Army Band to accomplish any and every mission while caring for this group of outstanding professionals and their families. CW2 Johnston's innovation can be seen in the way that he reimagined how Army bands conduct their missions. As previously stated, 943 missions over the last 2 years. This statistic alone shows his ability to innovate how and what defines a mission. These missions, which range from ceremonies to concerts and funeral honors, reached an audience of over 631,000 people. The ability to achieve this reach speaks to the trust and confidence that is placed in each and one of you. It is the mastery that you all have demonstrated individually and collectively that have enabled this achievement. Said differently, innovation without mastery would have resulted in failure. The 77th Army Band embodies Fires 50 number 19. Great units master the basics. CW2 Johnston's strategic focus on recruiting has been exemplary. With 144 missions specifically dedicated to this vital effort, these recruiting-specific engagements were designed not only to showcase the incredible talent and discipline of the band members, but also to illuminate the myriad of opportunities and fulfilling careers within the Army. Through these efforts, the band played a pivotal role in attracting potential recruits, using the universal language of music to communicate the values, tradition, and camaraderie that define our military. CW2 Johnston's impact is measured not just in these impressive statistics, but in the professionalism that he and this band have demonstrated. The legacy of leadership and innovation is the lasting impressions left on those who had the privilege of witnessing the band's performances. His professionalism enabled him and this band to harness the unique power of music to unite, inspire, and lead with purpose. As we bid farewell to CW2 Martin Johnston, let us reflect on the harmony he brought into our lives, the vast audiences he reached, and the significant impact of his innovative approach to community engagement and recruiting. His tenure may have reached its coda, but the legacy of his leadership and echoes of the band's music will continue to resonate. The 77th Army Band, under CW2 Johnston's command, has not just performed, it has fulfilled a mission of connecting hearts and inspiring minds across our local community. Thank you, CW2 Johnston, for your exceptional service, your visionary leadership, and for leaving an indelible mark on the 77th Army Band and the communities it serves. We wish you the very best in your next chapter as you have a rendezvous with destiny, confident that you will continue to lead, inspire, and make a profound difference wherever you go. In closing, while we bid farewell to CW2 Johnston, we are confident that the 77th Army Band will continue to execute missions to the highest standard under the outstanding leadership of First Sergeant Foxworthy. who has been the other half of this dynamic leadership team that has led this band for the last 2 years. I want to thank you all for taking the time to come out and support the 77th Army Band today, as they have always been there to support the Lawton Fort Sill community over the last 2 years. Fire strong and have a great rest of your day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Warrant Officer 2, Martin Johnston.
Good afternoon. Again, thank you to all the distinguished visitors and honored guests for joining us and supporting the 77th Army Band. I'd like to send a special thanks to my extended family, some of whom traveled hours to be here. I am truly blessed to have such a supportive family, whether it's being here today or my first middle school band concert 26 years ago. You continue to demonstrate the meaning of family. Speaking especially to my brother Will, it's been an incredible experience serving at the same duty station with you these past couple of years. I can't put into words how much I valued your advice and guidance as I began my career as a warrant officer. To my wife Justine, you're the love of my life. The support and sacrifices you have made for me throughout our entire lives together leaves me at a loss for words as well. To merely say thank you would be an injustice to your commitment to me and our family. Your love and care for me is more than I deserve. To our 3 remarkable children, Aiden, Noah, and Scarlett, you've endured the challenges of military life with grace and enthusiasm. Your patience and understanding when I've had to work late or go out of town fills me with a deep sense of humility and gratitude. I am so grateful to have you all in my life. The success of the 77th Army Band hinges on the support of so many people and entities here at Fort Sill and in the Lawton community. Colonel Bearfield, thank you for not only your leadership, but also giving me the time I needed and when I needed it. No matter how busy you were, you always made me feel heard. In fact, I've been blessed with 3 chiefs of staff, including Colonel Blackman and Colonel Kimball, that fortunately saw the value in the 77th Army Band and consistently provided me the inputs needed to be a strategic asset for the commanding general. Between Major General Brooks, Major General Camper, Command Sergeant Major Sartain, Command Sergeant Major Burnley, and you all, I couldn't have asked for a better command group to serve and lead me through this journey. Lieutenant Colonel Throwcoat, I can't thank you enough for your mentorship, guidance, and time you've invested in me. Your ability to extend trust and confidence while simultaneously encouraging me and having my back demonstrates one of the many reasons you're the leader I hope to be one day. I'd also like to thank our 434th Field Artillery Brigade and our 95th AG Battalion leadership, Colonel Stewart, Command Sergeant Major Arroyo, Lieutenant Colonel Halter, Command Sergeant Major Boyd. Your incredible support enabled us to maintain readiness through our high op tempo, and your eagerness to recognize our soldiers' accomplishments did not go unnoticed. I also couldn't have asked for better teammates than Mike Simmons and Marty Schmidt with DPTMS ceremonies. Your professionalism and attention to detail made our hundreds of ceremonies here at Fort Sill the best I have experienced throughout my entire career. Don Herrick and the entire crew at FCO PAO are always ready to collaborate on a project or assist in any way possible. And the band's budget analysts, Catherine Murray, Lori Claiborne, and Sheila Olson, have constantly jumped through hoops to ensure we can support so many last-minute mission requests out in the community. Thank you all for everything you do for us. Lawton is truly the most supportive community I've experienced in my career. Mayor Booker has set the standard in what military support and partnership should be, and I can't thank you enough for the multiple times you've gone out of your way to make sure myself and the rest of the band feel some kind of wonderful. Flyers 50, number 28 states, "Nobody cares how much you know until they know you care." However, I've always heard this saying with 2 extra words. There's a distinct difference if you add, "Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care." I believe everyone cares to some extent, but I've never met anyone who genuinely cares as much as First Sergeant Foxworthy. I've told people before that you are the most real living embodiment of the Army values that I have ever met, but somehow you continually find ways to go above and beyond that standard for myself and everyone in the unit. Your time, energy, wisdom, and encouragement you poured into my development has left me with a debt I'll never be able to repay. The successes of these past 2 years were built on your sound advice, and the only credit I can take is being smart enough to listen. I'm so excited for you and your much-deserved retirement. I can't wait to sit and hang out with Andy, hopefully in the near future. And Finally, thank you to the people of the 77th Army Band. Serving alongside you have been the greatest honor of my career. You've inspired me in more ways than you will ever know. You increased our annual average by 33% in completing those 943 missions for over 631,000 audience members. Doing this in a little over 2 years is nothing short of incredible. Yes, supporting recruiting has been our focus, but that still only made up 144 of those missions. Regardless, you still generated 721 high-valued leads in the past 14 months alone. Supporting funerals has also been an area of emphasis. Over the past 10 years, the 77th Army Band Buglers supported an annual average of 35 funerals. After this team corrected a process error in our external requests, that average increased by 318% for a total of 353 funerals in 26 months. It should be noted that these individuals executed all these funerals despite being manned as low as 42% for trumpets. In fact, the 943 total missions were completed while the band never reached above 75% strength. Members of the 77th Army Band, please stand to be recognized. As I close out my time here, I encourage you all to remain focused on and remember the importance of what we do. Army bands are a completely unique asset that transcends borders, cultures, and backgrounds while evoking emotions that create a sense of unity between the Army and their surrounding communities. I'd like to share a few comments we've received from audience members following our high school engagements. From Vernon High School in Vernon, Texas. I loved it. Y'all need to come back more often. This made my day. This made me tear up because it reminded me of my great-grandpa, and I'm very thankful for that. It reminded me of my uncle too, and I'm thankful for that. I want to see you all again. Thank you for your all service. From Altus High School in Altus, Oklahoma. Thank you for coming out and doing this show and showing everyone the different possibilities of being in the military, not just what we see and know on the news and such. From El Dorado High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This Christmas performance was utterly life-changing and transformative. The lights, the singer, the musicians, the songs, everything created such a fun and wonderful holiday-filled ambience. That was the most wonderful thing I've ever experienced in my school. Made my 4 years of education worth it. Could not have asked for better. After this, I'm proud to call myself an American. And then, last but not least, from Enid High School in Enid, Oklahoma. I think that what you all are doing is amazing. I have lost family and friends in the military, and a few of them to taking their own life. So this is great because music brings joy. I'm glad this is supported by the military. I came in late and I didn't see the whole performance, but I was in tears. Truly, thank you. It's been a privilege and honor to serve with you all, and I thank God for the opportunity I had to command the 77th Army Band, the pride of Fort Sill, Team Watt and Fort Sill, fire strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join in the playing and singing of the Army Song.
March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might. And the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won. And the army goes rolling along. And it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
This concludes today's ceremony. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Johnston, and family will receive friends and well wishes in front of the seating area. Refreshments are provided directly inside the band hall. Thank you for attending. Fire strong, people first, winning matters, be all you can be.
How you doing, sir? You know. Oh, I just had a couple.